Guys, JD Jackson. Welcome to the West Wolf Podcast post game live broadcast. I appreciate you guys so much for tuning in. Remember, I will remind you right now, if you have not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button and please click like if you enjoy the post game show. If I get enough people in there and get enough likes, I will continue to do so. But guys, Anthony Davis returns to the lineup, and boy, does he provide a lot. And he was all over the place. He had 4 blocks on the night. I was 3-8 from the field with 8 points, but he was all over the floor, blocking shots, diving for loose balls. He also had a steal as well. He just provided so much energy. It was like the Lakers played with something brand new in that first quarter just by having Anthony Davis back. So it was a whole lot of fun. It was good to see him out there. It seemed like he was moving fine. It didn't seem like he was worried about his knee, anything like that. He just looked really good. Those 4 block shots, it completely changed the Lakers' defense. It made it look so special. And it was glaringly obvious when they went to Melo at the 5. I guess because he had played 25 minutes, which he could play more minutes than that. So I don't think he was on a minutes restriction per se, but they wanted to be careful with it as far as Vogel said. Make sure they didn't push him too much. But I thought Anthony Davis looked good. He looks a little bit thinner to me. He hit a couple of jumpers today. They weren't short. He looks like he's rested. He's energized. He had fire in him. I was very happy with Anthony Davis. I'm so happy we have him back for the Los Angeles Lakers. This completely changes the basketball team. He only played 25 minutes tonight. He's only going to get better. He hasn't played basketball in a month. So the elite Anthony Davis, the champion that he is, that isn't even what we saw today. He's only going to get better. So I was very happy about that. LeBron James, I wanted to start with Anthony Davis because he just brought a whole new energy to the team. It was great to see. But LeBron James is just LeBron James. 14 of 21 from the field, 33 points. He was absolutely outstanding. 2 of 8 from the three-point line, but he didn't fall in love with it late, which I was happy with. I was a little bit worried that he was going to, but he didn't fall in love with it too much. He's 100% from the free throw line, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals himself, and 2 blocks. At the end of the game there, it was almost like he was just in a league of his own, which, like I always say, I know he's 37, but to me, he's still the best player in the world. He's the best player on the planet, period. That's just how I feel. And at the end of that game, he was just everywhere. He was scoring all the points. He was blocking all the shots. He was getting all the steals. He was absolutely incredible. He was everywhere. He is LeBron James. Russell Westbrook, he was 7 of 14 from the field, so he's 50% overall. He had a tale of 2 halves, right? His first half, I tweeted out, like, look, he's not having a good offensive game, but he is doing what he's supposed to do on defense. But despite one clip that's going around, but you know how it is. I thought he was fine on defense as well. But his first half offense was like 4 turnovers and kind of seemed out of whack. Some of the passes were just him trying to get it to AD and get it to LeBron, but even still, he's got to take care of the basketball. His first half offensively was not great. And the second half, he only had 1 turnover in the second half because he finished with 5. He was going to the basket, making most of his layups. I think he missed one there at the end. I thought he was fouled, but for the most part, he was finishing, stuff like that. He was under control. So he had a tale of 2 halves. I thought his game was fine. 7 of 14 from the field with 15 points. He had 6 rebounds, 4 assists, and a steal as well. I thought he played fine. Avery Bradley provides some offense. They're running a lot of curl actions for Avery Bradley off of screens for mid-range jumpers. I don't really understand that. Nonetheless, he was 4 of 8 from the field. Sorry about that. He was 4 of 8 from the field with 9 points. So he did what he's supposed to do. 2 assists, or 2 steals, 1 assist, 2 rebounds as well. Stanley Johnson, it was nice. It was really nice having Stanley Johnson in the starting lineup. He just provided a lot of defense. Look, Harden got him 2 quick fouls early. He didn't stay encouraged. I like that about the young guy. He kept playing defense hard, as tough as nails. He had 4 points on 2 of 6 shooting. He had a steal and an assist, 2 rebounds as well. Now we'll get to the bench. The first bench guy I want to mention. We talked about Anthony Davis to start. Loved having him back. Brought a whole new energy. LeBron was great. Westbrook was good. Austin Reeves. Look, he just knows how to play basketball. It's just that simple. He's just solid. He knows where to be. He knows how to play. He's not a star. He's not someone you bury 12th man deep. He just knows how to play the game of basketball. And at such a young age, being a rookie, that is absolutely incredible that he just knows what to do. He knows where to be. He understands rotations. And then if he doesn't, and one of the stars gets on him, he is listening. He's paying attention. He wants to learn. He's just a very cerebral basketball player. I thought Reeves I know he only had 2 points, but he played 25 minutes. He needs to play 25 minutes minimum. Minimum. At least 25 minutes because he knows where to be on defense. He knows where to be on offense. He just provides. Every team needs role players that know how to play their role. Austin Reeves, AR-15, they call him, knows how to be a role player. He knows to just do his job. We got so many stars on this team, so many former stars on this team. It's nice to have someone in Austin Reeves that just knows how to do his job, and he just does his job. And I thought he changed the game. I mean, he drew a couple of charges. He was just everywhere. Deflections. He's just so good tonight. I was really happy about him. I wanted to point that out. He had a block and a steal as well, and he had 6 assists, and he had 5 offensive rebounds. Yeah, they do run more plays for AB. Yeah, it's weird. But he had 5 offensive rebounds, Austin Reeves, and they were all like really important rebounds in the second half. And I was very happy about that as well. AR-15, Anthony Davis, they completely changed the basketball game, and they completely changed the team. I'm very happy with them both. Malik Monk is the second person I want to talk to. Man, he's just a walking bucket. Just instant offense. 22 points plus 14 on the night, 6 of 12 from the 3-point line, 7 of 13 from the field. He just couldn't miss. 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 6 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal himself. Just beautiful basketball. Just absolutely amazing basketball from Malik Monk for the most part. THT, 0 of 6 from the field. He had 1 rebound and 1 block. Okay. THT, he finally only played 19 minutes. And if you follow me on Twitter, I tweeted out early, like, why is he guaranteed 25 minutes a night? Look, everybody can have the reservations about the Russell Westbrook trade. The fact of the matter is they made the trade and Russell Westbrook is here. THT doesn't make sense. It just doesn't. He's a lesser version of THT. Or he's a lesser version of Russell Westbrook. And he's not as good as Russell Westbrook. They're the same player, but he's nowhere near as good as Russ is at what they do. That's why playing Reeves over THT makes more sense. Yes, Reeves, exactly, Ahmad. Reeves, he needs to have consistently more minutes than THT. Tonight, Vogel got it right. He played 25 minutes and THT only played 19. Ariza he didn't scratch tonight. I agree with that. Ariza has not looked good as of late. We did get killed on the boards, but I guess you could have played Howard for a few minutes just to kind of help on the rebounds. But I mean, you won this game by 10, so I'm not really sure if you really want to go that route. And Anthony Davis is going to play more than 25 minutes moving forward. So yeah, we're 1-0 since Anthony Davis. Can we talk about how Bazemore? Yeah, he's not a he doesn't need to start for any team. Kent Bazemore. That is very bad. At one point, we were starting Dwight Howard. So we were starting Dwight Howard and Kent Bazemore at one point. Look, I still think I like that Stanley Johnson started. So let's talk about starting line. I like that Stanley Johnson started. And I know he had 9 points. I still think Malik Monk or Reeves should start in the place of Avery Bradley. Just more spacing. DJ. I'm sorry, DJ. Yeah. Sorry, we used to start DJ and Bazemore. I said Dwight. You're right. But I think that Reeves or Monk should start in place of Avery Bradley. I just do. And if it's Reeves, I'm really fine with that. He's 6'5". You know, he's a great defender. He can play both sides. He can score and play defense. Because I know people who have reservations. Me too. Malik Monk, he's an undersized 2 guard, so he struggles defensively. So I think that Reeves should start in the place of Bradley. And if not, I'm okay with Monk. I think it's just really time to try Reeves. Monk better off the bench to provide. Yeah, 6-man role. I'm good with that too. I just don't like Bradley starting. I don't think he provides quite. I know he's a guy Vogel trusts because he's a defensive guy. I don't think he's the same defensive guy he used to be. Um, and I think it hurts more than it helps. So yeah, I'm good. Start Reeves, Westbrook, Reeves, Stanley Johnson, LeBron James, Anthony Davis. I'm good with that. And then you bring off Malik Monk off the bench as your sixth man, and I'm perfectly okay with that. As long as Carmelo Anthony does not play the five. We had a stretch where it got dicey in the first half because Vogel decided to play Carmelo Anthony at the five, and that's just egregious. If with Anthony Davis and LeBron James on this team actually healthy, there's no reason. That's just none. No reason ever the Melo should be playing the five at all. Period. So overall, guys, I was happy with it. Look, we know Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving didn't play, but you can only play the players you put in front of you. And I was happy with their effort for the most part. There were some stretches, but guys, this is a different team with Anthony Davis. 4 blocks and a steal. His first night back. It just completely changed the defense. Yes, Melo at the 5, it makes no sense. I don't know. I don't get it, man. He tried it even with those 2 in the lineup, and I don't understand that. If Melo's on fire, you can play in 15 minutes. Right, you can play Dwight for 8 minutes. I agree. As I said, if you want to spot Dwight, if you need to, that's fine. Melo should never be playing the 5. At one point, he brought LeBron James back in to play the 5 and Melo at the 4, and it immediately was way better than what it was. Like, just right away. Melo's he's just not good defensively at all. And if he's not on fire, he just hurts way too much. You got to get him off the floor. If you haven't watched my latest breakdown of the Lakers defense versus the Miami Heat, go check it out. I didn't even do it on purpose, but Melo was a part of like 60% of the clips that I did. So definitely go check that out. Overall, it was good, guys. The bench provided a scoring punch. LeBron James on fire. We know Anthony Davis as it goes on. He's going to take more than 8 shots. He's going to have more than 8 points. And this team's going to be looking better. I think that the 360. Now they've played a little over 6 games together in minutes time. So now they've played an extra 25 minutes with each other, so that helps. It's only going to get better, guys, and we'll wait and see if we get Kenrick Williams out of OKC or something like that, and see what we can do. Vogel needs to keep doing most of these rotations. Just cut out Melo playing the 5 and Plinka move THT, please. Yeah, I think have us keeping THT doesn't really make any sense. We're in win now mode. Maybe he'll be good later on down the road, but he just doesn't make sense for this team. He's not ready yet. But I don't know how robust the market is for THT. I mean, think about it. If you're a GM of another team, what team are you? There's 30. So what team do you think wants THT? And I guess a second, or I guess you can entice him with none, but none still hasn't played a second in the season yet. I don't know. Like does OKC like THT enough? I don't think so. But I would try to get Williams from OKC because I think he fit the Lakers really well. Maybe you can just entice Presti with the pick because he just likes to gobble up picks. Maybe we can do that. That's the thing about THT is that can you trade him? Who wants him is willing to give the Lakers something that we can actually use to make the Lakers better. And I'm just not sure about that. I think internally we can help by starting Reeves instead of Bradley, making Monk a 6th man, making sure Reeves plays more minutes than THT, using Dwight Howard in spots if you need to. If you just need to put someone else at 5, avoid Melo at the 5 altogether. They just tend to go on a run when you do that. One of 360 needs to be on the floor at all times. We had a point today where they were all off the floor, but again, he only played Anthony Davis 25 minutes, so maybe that's the reason why. But we're only going to be able to make moves around the edges and to get better. We are banking on 360 getting better. Look, Russell Westbrook, he played well last game. He was 7-14 this game. He had 5 turnovers. That's too many, 4 in the first half. But he cleaned it up in the second. Like I said, it was a tale of 2 halves for him. He cleaned it all up in the second half. He only had 1 turnover. He scored efficiently at the rim. He was better. We just got to get those guys back on the same page. They were starting to mesh before Anthony Davis got hurt. And at that time, we weren't anywhere near playing the right line. And that's what people forget. So you got a lot of people that don't watch the Lakers every game like we all do, saying, "Oh, Anthony Davis isn't going to be the savior just because he returns." Well, it's deeper than that. It's a little bit more complicated. Um, these lineups were nowhere near what they are now. Then you were playing Anthony Davis in lineups that made no freaking sense, like with Dwight or with DJ. You know what I'm saying? Or Bazemore, or you weren't really playing Reeves. Getting him back and figuring out these rotations is going to help them quite a bit. I believe so, because now you've got Stanley Johnson. Anthony Davis is used to playing with Stanley Johnson. You start Reeves, and now so he's playing with Reeves. You got Monk coming off the bench. See, all those things I think matters. And instead of him playing with DJ and Dwight and so Bazemore, some of these players that they really aren't NBA players. I mean, Rondo. Stuff like that. So I think it does matter. I think those people don't watch all the games like we do. We've watched all 48 games, and we know that it does make a difference. And he definitely makes a difference defensively. I think we went from 14th to like 28th or something crazy on defense without Anthony Davis. 4 blocks, and it's still his first game back, and he doesn't even have his wind under him yet. So I'm really happy. Like I can't, as you can see, I'm very happy that we have Anthony Davis back. The brow. All right, 360 is complete. Now we can build off of our 6.5 games we've played together, and they are going to get better. So, any questions from anyone? I'll open it up for questions. I'll wait about a minute before I end the podcast. If you have any questions, anything you want to add, you want me to talk about, I will right now. But other than that, guys, I'm very, very happy with what I saw. If you have any questions, just go ahead and throw them in the chat, and I will answer them. And who do the Lakers have next? Let's view their full schedule here. I know it's tough. So now we got Philly on Thursday. And B's definitely dropping 50. No, I'm just kidding. So we got Philly on Thursday, followed up by Charlotte on a back-to-back. Both of those national TV, so the whole world's going to be watching. Well, hey, we're 1-0 since AD got back. We 1-0, baby. Did you see the Wizards blowing a 35-point? Wait, they lost? Wait, nuh-uh, they didn't lose. They just came back? I thought the Wizards had that game. Oh my gosh, they lost 116 to 150. How did they do that? Oh my... Paul George isn't playing, right? I gotta look at the box score. Thanks, man. I didn't even... What happened? Man, Paul George isn't playing. There's no Kawhi. What the heck happened? Who? Coffee dropped 29 on him. And Kennard had 25? Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's I stopped paying attention to that game because I thought the Wizards had that one. That's crazy. But so guys, that does it for the post-game pod. I didn't see any extra questions out there. Look, really happy that AD's back. Philadelphia 76ers on Thursday. See if we can build on this. 1-0 since 360 is now complete once again. We will see the Philadelphia 76ers on Thursday. I'm looking forward to it. Hey, I think we're 2-1 on this road trip right now. Hey, things are looking up. I'm happy about that. Thank you guys so much for listening to the Westbrook Podcast, the live post game. I really, really appreciate it. Everyone have a good night. You too, Smooth Move. I appreciate you so much, man, for keep tuning in. Everyone have a tremendous night. I'll see you all Thursday. Please hit that subscribe button if you have not. And please click like. Push my video out there even more. Thank you guys so much. And as always, until next time, peace.